What if I told you that the conspiracy theory you've been mocked for believing is actually a corporate brochure? What if the people you think are hiding in the shadows aren't hiding at all? They're standing on stage, holding a microphone, and laughing at you. Today, we are ripping the mask off the greatest wealth transfer in human history. We aren't just talking theory. We have the whistleblower, we have the numbers, and by the end of this video, I'm going to prove to you that the green agenda isn't about saving the planet. It's about starving the working class to feed the elite. Look at this image, memorize this curve. The media tells you this is economic progress. But stay with me, I'm going to show you that this isn't a graph of money. It's a graph of control. For years, they told us ESG, environmental, social, and governance, was the future. They told us corporations had a moral duty to save the world. It sounded nice, didn't it? Clean water, fair wages. Who votes against that? But then came the glitch in the matrix. Enter Desiree Fixler. She wasn't a conspiracy theorist. She was the ultimate insider. She was the group sustainability officer at DWS, Deutsche Bank's massive asset management arm. She was hired to be the high priestess of the green movement. But when she looked under the hood, she found the engine was empty. She realized the entire industry was a hallucination, a marketing scam. Here is the smoking gun. Fixler discovered that asset managers were taking standard investment portfolios loaded with big tech stocks like Apple and Microsoft, slapping a green label on them, and then charging you double the fees. They weren't changing the world, they were changing the label. In 2021, Fixler raised the alarm internally. She told them, "We are lying to the public." Did they thank her? No, they fired her. But she didn't go quietly. Her whistleblowing led to a raid by armed authorities on Deutsche Bank. But here is what they don't want you to understand. This isn't just about one bank lying about a few stocks. The true term for this operation is the ESG industrial complex. It is a bloatware ecosystem of consultants, lawyers, and data providers who profit from process over substance. They don't measure how much cleaner the river is. They measure how many forms you filled out. It is a bureaucracy designed to extract wealth from productive companies and funnel it to the compliance class. They tell you green is good for business. That is a lie. Look at the math. If you invested $1,000 in the S&P 500 5 years ago, you'd have about $1,800 today. If you invested that same $1,000 in the S&P Clean Energy Index, you'd have less than $700. You are being sold a poverty mindset wrapped in moral superiority, but the grift is just the entry fee. But if you think this is just about greedy bankers stealing fees, you are missing the point entirely. That's just the surface level. What I'm about to show you ties this financial scam directly to the de-industrialization of the West and the rise of a digital prison. You won't believe the connections between your thermostat and their bank accounts. First, hit the like button if you suspect the news lies to you every single day. Let's see how many of us are actually awake. Let's talk about the puppet masters, the World Economic Forum. For years, the media called you crazy if you mentioned the Great Reset. Now, Klaus Schwab writes books about it. Fixler exposes the WEF not as a think tank, but as a cult of 800 employees and 37 future councils that set global policy without a single vote from you. They replaced Milton Friedman's shareholder primacy, where companies exist to make legal products and profit, with Schwab's stakeholder capitalism. Sounds friendly, right? Wrong. It means corporations no longer answer to their owners. They answer to society. And who defines what society wants? They do. It is the merger of corporation and state. It is fascism with a smile. And their weapon of choice is net zero. This is not an environmental strategy. It is a de-industrialization strategy. Look at Germany. They followed the Davos playbook perfectly. They shut down nuclear. They banned fracking. They went all in on wind and solar. The result? Energy prices skyrocketed. Manufacturing is collapsing. The industrial heart of Europe is stopping its beat. BASF, the chemical giant, is leaving. This isn't an accident, it's the plan. I want you to see the pattern. It's always the same playbook. They did it in 2008. The banks failed, and instead of jail, they got bailouts. They did it with Occupy Wall Street. When people got angry, they pivoted to woke capital, and now they are doing it with net zero, creating scarcity to ration resources. The thread tying them all together is centralization. Every solution they propose requires them to have more power and you to have less. They don't care about carbon bean counting. If they did, they'd be building nuclear plants. Instead, they obsess over carbon credits, an imaginary currency they control. They fly private jets to tell you to stop driving. They eat Wagyu beef while telling you to eat bugs. It's a feudal system. They are the lords, and net zero is the wall. But how do they enforce this? Enter the CBDC. central bank digital currency. Fixler warns us, CBDCs are not about financial inclusion. They are surveillance tools. A programmable currency is the ultimate kill switch. Think I'm exaggerating? Look at Canada. During the trucker protests, the government didn't need to arrest everyone. They just turned off their money. They debanked them. In a cashless society, you don't have rights. You have permissions, and permissions can be revoked. We are seeing the rise of a Chinese-style social credit system in the West. Facial recognition in Sainsbury's, shadow banning on LinkedIn, but there is a glitch in their control grid. Energy independence, Bitcoin mining, not as a waste, but as a grid stabilizer, using stranded energy. Fixler admits she's no miner, but she agrees. Degrowth is death. The only way forward is energy abundance. We need to unleash human ingenuity, not shackle it with poverty. We started this video with a question. Is the Great Reset a conspiracy? Remember this graph? It represents the wealth transfer to the technocratic elite during the crisis years. Desiree Fixler saw the mechanism. ESG was the tool used to justify this transfer. She blew the whistle, and they tried to destroy her. They aren't confessing, they are bragging. But now you see the strings. The green label is a price tag. The safety is a cage. Stop apologizing. Stop complying. If this video opened your eyes, share it. Subscribe to join the resistance and tell me in the comments, what is the one conspiracy you see coming true right now? Stay free.